Luc Besson is a grandmaster of cinematic kitsch. A director who can make us gasp in wonderment one moment and groan in dismay the next. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, based on a French comic strip, is a crash course in the best and worst of Besson. This is reportedly the most expensive French film in history, and it can't be accused of skimping on the spectacle. From the Avatar-like opening to the Metropolis-style scenes on the space station, it boasts eye-popping and very inventive and intricate visual effects. The storytelling is so muddled, though, that you half suspect Besson was making the film with the same giant jellyfish on his head that we briefly see threatening to scramble the memory of the heroine, Laureline, Cara Delevingne. Besson's screenplay is a mishmash of elements from Star Wars and assorted other sci-fi movies. Our first glimpses of Valerian, Dane DeHaan, and Laureline are not auspicious. We encounter them in what at first appears to be a 18-30 beach resort, flirting with very little conviction. Valerian is the Flash Gordon-like young hero, working overtime to maintain peace in the galaxy. He's a bit of a womanizer and a rebel, but has an impeccable 9 years of service behind him. She's his sidekick and love interest, a goody two-shoes with an Ivy League education who is every bit as smart and brave as him. The casting doesn't seem right. DeHaan, who has played James Dean on screen, is both too introspective and too callow to be convincing as the devil-may-care action hero. His relationship with Delevingne is clearly intended to be similar to that of the warring couples in old screwball comedies. The more they mock and goad each other, the clearer it becomes that they really are in love. We're not provided with much backstory about how they became partners or why the Minister of Defense, an unlikely cameo from the jazz legend Herbie Hancock, has entrusted such youngsters with saving the galaxy. Besson forces Delevingne into wearing some very outlandish outfits. Her headgear here includes not only the giant jellyfish but also a huge white plate-like object, on which she carries a delicacy intended for the ape-like monarch of a group of Bolan Bathors. One moment she'll be in a bikini, the next in galactic combat gear that makes her look like a latter-day equivalent to Jane Fonda in Barbarella. Plot-wise, the film is confusing. Early on, we see an ancient and highly sophisticated civilization forced off its planet when a gigantic spaceship crash lands and causes a tidal wave. Its citizens become refugees in space. A few light years later, Valerian is tasked by the Minister of Defense with retrieving a so-called mulconverter, a tiny, piglet-like creature which seems to defecate pearls and has miraculous powers. It takes a long time to work out just how the two events are related. The set pieces are choreographed with elan. There's a very cleverly staged early sequence in which Valerian and Laureline pose as tourists, visiting the dusty, lawless planet of Kyrian, where the mulconverter is hidden. Besson throws in plenty of chases and some wonderfully giddy scenes in which characters plummet